did this ourselves.
They're coming. It can't be.
Where is everyone?
All right, hello Survivors, Makeshift here for another episode of the Apocalypse Postcast, and I'm being joined once again by my interloping co-host, Adept. Interloping. Yeah.
Took you a couple tries for that.
Is that the right word?
It is now.
Yeah, it is.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Sporadic co-host, would that work?
Sporadic, yeah. I guess that's fine.
Is that better than interloping?
I wanted it to be a little more regular, but
my co-host of the night. No, that's not where I'm trying to go with that. My surprise. Anyway, interlope. We'll go with interlope.
Yep, that's happening.
Anyway, welcome back. How have you been?
Amazing. Just
Awesome.
Straight vibing.
How's your 2024 going?
Pretty good so far, actually. I don't think I have any room to complain.
Good.
I've done birthday. I've done redoing rooms. I've done taking over the world one step at a time. So,
Well, that's good.
It's been a great 2024 so far.
Nice. And you avoided a potential catastrophic apocalypse yourself when a tornado went, a mile from your house?
Less than 2 miles away from my house.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't find out about this tornado until Makeshift texted me and said, "Hey, are you guys cool?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "There was a tornado in your town." I was like, "Where?" Literally where? I'm on my front porch right now. What's all the hullabaloo?
Yeah. And I'm thinking, why are you on your porch? You're going to die. But it was on the other side of town. Massive destruction.
No, I mean...
Massive.
World-changing for my tiny rural
No, it's just a few
Tennessee
buildings,
town.
right?
Yeah, three buildings.
Three
Four. Four, maybe.
Sometimes massive tornadoes come through and everyone's fine.
Yeah, the Valvoline's gone. That's tragic.
The Valvoline?
Yeah.
The oil change place?
I got my oil change. Now I have to go somewhere else.
Really?
Yeah, it's real sad.
Damn, that is world changing. How will you survive?
I won't. Neither will my car.
I love it. All right, cool. Well, I'm glad you're safe. And don't worry, I'll be watching the news next time tornadoes roll through, and I'll text you and tell you to get inside.
Get in your basement.
Get inside. All right. Well, today we have another very special episode. We're going to talk about our Patch of the Month sponsor. And for those of you who don't know, here on the Apocalypse Post, we've adapted our Patreon ever so slightly so that anyone that is supporting at the $10 per upload and up tiers will get a patch delivered to them every single month, which is really fun, very complicated, as trying to figure out how to make this all happen. But our next month's patch is going to be the Air Raid Sirens. And if you're watching the YouTube, you can see the patch because I'm holding it right up to the camera. But super excited because this one is actually an exclusive design coming from the Air Raid Sirens, who are one of my favorite and closest neighbors at Wasteland Weekend.
Both in your heart and physically.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we can literally hear when the Arsole is open. And we're going to get into that a little bit later because they're going to tell us all about it. So let's bring in the Air Raid Sirens. Let's bring in the Air Raid Sirens. I talk too fast.
Listen, I know you're excited. I'm excited too.
I'm very excited. All right, well, let's bring them on. So first of all, she's in the running. Top 5 for... what do we call it? The biggest guesticles award? She's on your tail.
She's getting up there.
Yeah.
It's true.
She is the interpreter. Welcome back, interpreter.
Get it, sis?
Gotta be an air raid siren.
I thought it was just a cat in heat, if I'm honest with you.
You're bringing...
it's not. I'm not meowing.
You're bringing back memories of when I had to edit your commercial back for Wasteland Stories.
Oh, no.
I totally forgot that I did that, and someone was like, "Your commercial." I was like, "Oh."
Yeah. It's a great way to announce your presence.
Of my brain.
She's a one-trick pony. She can only come in on a siren.
Petition to change the air raid siren noise to wee woo.
Yeah.
Literally just spoken like that. No.
It has to at least sound like a siren.
That actually just made it exponentially funnier.
Yeah. That was great.
Great. No notes.
I mean, I'm
All
one
right.
of a third vote, so that was my vote.
And speaking of a second siren, she's also been on the show once or twice, but once before. You may know her from some stellar, in-your-face performances at Wasteland. I was trying to figure out some fun pun there, but Amazon, welcome to the show.
Siren noises.
That's almost as good. And just hold up a sign that just says siren noises.
Exactly. It's like an applause sign, but instead it says siren noises.
Yeah.
We need
Yeah,
to
just
flash
siren
one.
noises. Yeah.
Motion to make that happen next year.
Yes. Yes.
I love it. And for our third air raid siren, we have someone brand new to the Apocalypse Postcast. And as with so many of my guests, it is long overdue. Welcome, Trail Boss.
Hi. I'm the worst at making the siren noises, so mine sounds like a cat. 100%. No siren, all feline. So I'll
Amazing.
spare you all.
No, give us a take. Give us a
You
little.
can't do that and not. We
Yeah.
gotta know.
All right.
Have fun
Should
editing
we all
that
three
one.
do it together now?
Oh, God.
Oh God.
Okay, just get it out. Get it out now.
Okay, go.
Who's awake
Great.
now? Everyone's
You're
awake.
welcome.
Oh, my Lord. That is actually what
Try
it
and
sounds
stick
like.
with us.
That is actually what it sounds like when the tornadoes come through Tennessee, because
Yeah.
we have tornado sirens all around us. And so one will go off this way, and then one will go off that way. And that is exactly what it sounds
And
like.
they're never synced up.
Yeah. They sound
us.
less annoying than yours, though, even though the potential for death is so much higher.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand the annoying part, like the potential for death.
Yeah. It's probably about even. You're right. All right. So,
Okay, we got to work on that. We got to up our death quota.
yeah, that's the thing is you guys, death air raid sirens give people warnings so that they stay alive, and yet you guys are slightly more threatening than lifesavers. Yeah.
Do you guys need a death bookkeeper? I feel like I need another job. So
At Wasteland?
at Wasteland, I need. If you need a death bookkeeper, just
bookie?
holler at
A
me.
death bookie. Do you guys need a death bookie?
Yeah, you'd have to
mean,
write
I'm
your
not
own job
taking-
description, though.
I'm not
Yeah.
taking beds. I'm literally just filling out an Excel spreadsheet of death.
Oh, I like that.
But you
That's
have
great.
to do an interview process where we all go to brunch together.
Yeah.
I'm in.
And
Sounds
we
like
sit
the
on
best
one
day
side
ever.
and you sit on the other, and then we have a list of questions that we ask you.
Fantastic.
this.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. So, who's in charge, or is this a complete democracy over
Yes.
Neither.
here? Yes. Yes.
No one's in charge, but it's also not a democracy.
Who's in charge? Yes. It's a democracy.
All right. Well, somebody give me kind of the rundown of what the air raid sirens are all about.
Go for it, Trail Boss.
See,
Or Amazon.
She's got the boss.
right in her name. It's right in her name. That's
She's
it, Trail Boss.
new.
You're in charge.
All three of us to make decisions collectively. If one of us has an idea, we just bring it to the group and say, hey, I would like to do this thing, or this is a project I would like to work on if anyone can help me with it. And generally we agree or we discuss, what impact that might have on the three of us and what kind of events we might host or things we might attend.
So it's you guys do it a little bit more like Knights of the Round Table Council style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good description.
You can opt
And
in
then-
for anything, but I already tried. You can't opt out of build.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that's fair. I feel like that's fair.
I tried. Trail Boss looked at me and was like, no. You have
no.
to do this. And I was like, you know what? It was worth a shot.
Valiant effort, babe. I'm proud of you.
I love it. And all right, so you guys obviously provide a service. Will you tell me what that service is?
Wake
We're,
up calls, of course, and so much more.
Wait,
Basically,
let's-
anything sleep related at any event that we're attending. So we've done things like hot cinnamon rolls in the morning, and
Pancakes.
Oh,
yeah,
So a wakey brekkie, like wake up and come have some intercontinental brunch. Intercontinental.
there was a
Sure.
continental brunch. No, there was no yogurt. No yogurt in the Air and Sirens.
Well,
No shad
selection.
yogurt.
Well, because you guys have the
fruit
bomb.
bar.
Yeah. Because you
There
guys
was
have
a
the bomb
wagon
in your logo.
involved. We basically went
what?
around with a wagon and had hot coffee and warm cinnamon rolls and delivered
Wow.
them. Basically, like heckled people in order to take hot breakfast as we walked around.
Where
Where was
fancy.
this?
Yeah. Did you not do Main Street or?
This was Winter Games.
Oh.
Okay, that
We're
makes more sense.
so disappointed right now.
All right,
The
Small
sheer
event, you can
disappointment.
definitely do more elaborate things like that when it's scaled down to such a small event like that.
Yeah,
So.
and so that's the Jugger Winter Games, which went for what 3 or 4 years, and they just haven't done it in a couple of years now, which is a little unfortunate because it was fun because it was all ages, it was still costumes and camping, and but I think they did day passes too, right?
I think so.
Like you could
Probably,
come for the day. Yeah. So
we
yeah,
would
it was
totally
just-
do something like that again at Wasteland. We just need access to an oven. That's really we just had access to an oven at Winter Games through Mr. Fahrenheit, which was amazing, and so it was just baking on
Well, I
site
think-
was the hard part.
Yeah, many
don't have a
Wastelanders
wagon
would probably
anymore, though.
they would offer up their
True.
tent because around 9 o'clock, everyone's tent is an oven.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, just stick them in
Stick
there.
it in there.
Nope, none of our Capri Suns are expired. All of our food is food safe. None of that.
No
Pay
tent.
It's not
attention
from
to
us.
the flavor. Yeah, we
Gotcha.
pay attention to the flavors that when the cherry flavor, all of that happened. We went and made sure that all of ours were not cherry. We checked the expiration dates before each
What?
of that too. When we
What
put new
happened with the
Capri
cherry
Suns.
one?
I was gonna say I need you to back up.
Yeah.
What?
There was
Yeah,
like
you guys-
there was a recall on them.
Capri
Oh.
Suns had a huge recall on their wild cherry flavor specifically. And it was the story went viral, and so we used that as an opportunity to like make some good jokes, but also clarify that no Capri Sun will ever be served. That we checked all of our codes on every box to make sure they weren't part of the recall, and then we just stopped serving wild cherry for like the next year, even as a buffer.
Smart.
But
Smart.
Nice.
See, and you can draw in a crowd and be like,
Yeah.
listen, we got that non-cherry cherry Capri Sun.
See, if it was the Dukes, we would have been like, "Hey guys, the wild cherry are on sale right now, so let's stock up."
Jesus.
so yeah,
Y'all
we could
don't
do
get
like
food and drinks.
a wild cherry only Capri Sun,
Yeah.
but hosted at the Dukes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, now you're
We need to
talking
have a
'cause
waiver.
now there's like,
Yes.
yeah, it's 'cause we do the was it the Russian roulette game for the hot shots,
Horrifying.
the Reaper tequila shots.
Horrifying.
Oh, that's so
Why
good.
would you do that when your only access to a bathroom is a porta potty? What is wrong with you?
So is
It's
it like
really
one
good.
ghost pepper tequila and then the rest of them are just regular tequila and you spin
Well, no,
and you don't know
all
which
right,
one
so-
you're gonna land on?
So the
Other
idea
way.
is there is a bottle.
They're all ghost pepper tequila.
It's all
for
ghost
one.
pepper tequila, but you load
Gross.
a 6-shooter cap gun with only one cap, and so you spin it, and first person takes their shot, and if you get the one with the cap, you have to take the shot.
Horrible.
okay.
Yeah,
Don't you guys only have one Porto?
we usually get 2.
How many members do you have?
Oh man, how
Too
many
many
went
for
this
2
year?
Portos
It
and
was
ghost
like
pepper
I think it
tequila.
was like 20.
Too many.
Yeah, too many. Yeah, but here's the thing: all the Dukes that play the game have no problem with the Reaper tequila. We can all just have it.
They're hoping for the cap.
Yeah. We're exactly. We don't.
Then why not just drink it?
Well, it's more fun this way. It's more fun
More
this
fun
way.
to shoot yourself with a
Yeah.
cup.
The Duke's always got to have a
The
damn
same reason
gimmick.
why the hogs, which ones are the ones that do the beer Olympics?
Oh, Ward 19.
Yeah, Ward 19. The same reason why we have beer Olympics. You could just drink the beer, but it's much more fun to do it with your pants down as you do a mock stripping routine.
Yeah.
Much
No
more
one just
fun.
well, that's not. We found that people do casually just sip Capri Suns at Wasteland, which kind of blew my mind. Like they'll bring them and like without like sucking them down as quickly as possible against 15 other people all doing it at the same time. But each to each their own, I guess.
I love
right,
the
so-
people that are like, I don't want to chug it, and I'm like, you can pretend that you're gonna chug it, and then just stand there and
Yeah, they just
slowly
want the
drink it,
free
and it'll
Capri
psych
Sun.
everybody out around you, and they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It is a spectator sport, which I love. Like I love
Oh, yeah.
watching
Oh, yeah.
people compete for that.
All right, so tell me a little bit about this Capri Sun drinking contest because I don't think you've explained it yet.
Our contest is called Poke, Suck, Swallow. That is also the instructions for how to play.
Very thorough.
Yeah.
First rule is do not touch the straw. We basically do a countdown. It's a
How are you
drink as
supposed to-
fast. Oh, well,
you
don't
poke it
touch
without-
the straw until we say go. So
Okay.
some people will like fiddle with it, prep. Have you seen people like sneak, like use the bottom of their pinky to like open the straw while they're holding the pouch?
Damn.
to like get it ready, right, to remove it and just get a little lead. Those people always fail, which is the best too, because like anybody that tries to use tricks, like it's the people who train all year long are the people that win this.
I'm
And
sorry.
They do
Wait,
Yes.
the people who train?
Train
and practice.
Train.
Yep,
Amazing.
it is
Who
phenomenal.
knew?
Yep.
Have you guys
Yeah.
trained?
No.
No.
I always lose. Whenever I
You
win,
can-
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, you must be real slow.
Yeah, the contest is basically like a couple of heats. We do it all with the largest group. They all show up, drink a Capri Sun on a countdown as fast as they possibly can, and whoever has the pouch that they consumed the fastest with the least amount of liquid left over wins that heat. And then we do face-offs between like a second. Usually it goes to 3 heats because they'll be close people and we'll have them do a face-off. It's never gone more than 3. So there's usually a clear winner by the time a person is drinking a third Capri Sun.
Yeah,
as
I would
fast as
imagine-
they possibly can.
I would imagine by the time you're done with your third Capri Sun, you're probably thinking, I hope I don't go to the next round.
I haven't heard that yet. There's always people that like win are like, can I take more?
Because they're ice cold, aren't they?
Yeah.
We try to
Yeah,
get
or
as
like
cold as we
a little
can.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so where did the idea for this contest come from? Was it just like, hey, everyone needs to hydrate, so let's make them hydrate really quick?
I think Aaron might
well-
tell this story the best, so it's a good story.
What happened was we were doing a build. We were outside the gates and we were building our new structure, doing a test run and everything, and we had done all of these instructions on how to do our build as easy as possible. And then the sun went down. And it became increasingly less and less and less fun. And there's a photo of me
Of
just like
course,
standing
yep.
there like so
Oh.
defeated one day.
Oh.
My
I feel
grandpa-
the depths of that. In my,
Yeah.
Like,
it
I
was,
feel that.
It was so not fun. And we were all like getting snappy, trying not to get snappy, but we were reaching all of our breaking points. And so I was like, all right, we need sugar, like something. And Trail Boss had brought a pack of lemonade Capri Suns just by chance. And so she's like, oh, do you want a Capri Sun? And I'm like, want to chug it?
That's on brand.
She was like, yeah. And so Amazon was in someone camping next to us. She was in their trailer. And so I was like, hey, Amazon. And she was like, what? I'm like, you want to chug a Capri Sun? Not even like half a second later, her hand's on the screen door. And she's like leaning out, like still talking to the person, just slowly getting out of the trailer. And so I was like, okay, let's race. And so we asked the people around us, like, will you be a judge? Let's be the judge. And so it was just between the 3 of us, like, let's see who can chug this the fastest. I lost miserably.
You lost.
I think I tried. I don't remember this is the time, but like I tried. Like, I think this was when I tried to stick it from the bottom. I
Oh,
thought
you
it
can
was
Where
break.
it's the thickest.
Yeah, you can break a straw that
Ricky
way.
move.
child
Ricky
me
move.
was like 5th grade Aaron was like, yeah, our 5th grade interpreter was like, yeah, let's do this. I lost miserably, but we had so much fun laughing about it that we like ended up outside of Wasteland. We were like, I brought some Capri Suns. Want to chug them? And so it was just like our like internal thing of like, hey, do you guys want to do this? And then we thought it would be funny to host it as an event and see if anybody would come. And
They did. They did in
It's
droves.
How
Yeah.
many years have
Practice
you guys
all
been
year
doing
long.
it? That's I can't say that's sad because anyway, how many years have you 17 since 17?
You've been doing it
Since
17
17.
years?
We've been
17 or 18?
We've been doing that contest since 17.
Wow.
Dang.
That's awesome.
That's a hot minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we
And,
did a build twice in Tent City before we applied to be a place tribe,
Uh-huh.
and then
Gotcha.
we weren't a placed camp until 2019.
Oh, wow.
Really? I feel like you guys have been just like a structure there forever. It just
weren't- I thought
fits
we
were
so
20
well.
2018?
Were you
On
ever
Appian
a...
Way.
Well, you
I
were
remember
never
18 on Appian Way by Samoda.
That was 2019, wasn't it?
Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I think it
2019 was Appian Way. 2021 was over in the slums.
Oh, yeah,
Then
yeah.
22 and 23 were on Center Street.
So
Yeah.
I'm
We've
not
only-
the memory of this.
Yeah, you're not the memory
Yeah.
of this outfit, are you, babe? That's fine.
if
Yeah.
I'm the memory,
See?
things are bad.
See, now, you guys do need a spreadsheet person. All I'm
That's
saying.
Trail Boss's brain.
Yeah.
I mean, I am the spreadsheet person.
Yeah, Kate
I
is
was gonna say, yeah.
Trail Boss
No.
is the spreadsheet.
Trail
keeper.
Boss is a walking spreadsheet,
She was like all like,
but so
no,
much
this
less
is fine.
frustrating.
You may say I excel at them.
Oh,
You've got my heart with the dad puns. All right, so tell me this. How many Capri Suns do you bring to Wasteland every year now?
Couple hundred, usually.
Yeah.
oh my god.
Whoa.
We always have some left over. We make we 100% make sure we never run out.
Yeah.
And people also bring them to us, which is great. We have the Robe Warriors, which are our support crew.
You said
bring us
robe
some.
warriors?
Like, is in a bathrobe?
Yes,
I'm here for that. I
Yes.
need to know so much more about that.
they're great. We decided we want to stick and stay a camp of 3 forever. So we're like, who else? We do want help sometimes, and the low level of commitment of being an intern seemed appealing to everyone
Oh,
involved. So,
Very nice.
Incredible.
Yeah.
so yeah, we absolutely have some people that because they're not air raid sirens, but they needed a title, and for a sleep related camp, Robe Warriors seemed like
I
the
love
perfect
that.
name.
Yeah, so it's a tribe of 3. It's just the 3 of you guys, right?
Uh-huh.
And then
Yeah.
you have your auxiliary robe warriors.
How many robe warriors do you have?
3.
Oh, one for each
plague.
of you.
for each?
Yeah.
Sweet D and Humongous Hefner.
What about
Amazing names.
Sour D.
I've never met Sourdew. I only know Sweet D.
Sourdew.
What the heck? What the heck are these names?
Oh god.
Boss
they
Castle
agree?
too.
this year.
Yeah.
Oh,
Plague
okay.
and Vaccine ran for mayor. But yeah,
Wow.
so our support staff, they can opt in if they want to do things.
Okay.
They can 100% opt in, but they don't have to if they don't want to. But if they
Oh,
commit
gotcha.
to it, then we expect them to show up. But they don't have to. But they help with setup, tear down, whichever they're
Yeah.
able to.
They also help with
usually, so.
judging the Capri Sun contest and stuff. We usually
Okay.
need at least 5 or 6 people total to run that contest well.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So a little bit like
And
a
then you can
support
choose-
staff.
Yeah. The best part, or one of my favorite parts about the Capri Sun contest is you can choose the kind of experience you want depending on who your judge is. And so I always ask people, I'm like, if you want some hardcore shaming, come to
my
me, 'cause
God.
I will pick the Capri Sun up and I'll shake it next to their ear so they can hear the excess liquid in front of everybody. It just squeeze it so it just drips. And
I just had the best idea while listening to this.
sold.
I just had the greatest idea, Makeshift.
Tell me
Let's
about
do
it.
it.
Rematch.
What kind of a rematch?
You and me rematch, but Capri Sun.
Capri Sun.
So
Instead of Thunderdome.
So less
because-
bruises,
Less bruises.
more hydration.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's on.
I
It's
feel
on.
like that's a great rematch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much safer.
We started offering duels last year, I think, in
Oh,
2022. We had
Great.
mailed, we used the WCC mail and sent out a bunch of threatening Capri Suns. Put
love it.
stickers on them, inviting people to bring them back to us to do a face-off.
Oh, clever.
And a few people did
Genius.
bring them back. We lost. I think all of us lost every time.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
it
so
was
fun.
great.
Oh my gosh, the Wasteland mail. The more and more I get involved with sending stuff and receiving stuff, and it's just
yeah.
so fun. The things that you get in the mail are, oh my god. Interpreter, you sent me a threatening. What?
I feel like you got
two
a lot
things.
of hate mail.
I got a lot of hate mail. I don't know what kind of campaign you were running to get me hate mail, but I got a lot of hate mail. Death threats, but not the kind of that's like, hey, if you beat her, you're going to die. It was more like just, you're going to die.
That's not inaccurate.
It's
One
not.
day.
Yeah. It turned out to be true. But
I mean, in all
like that
seriousness, though, post Wasteland wrap up about that, he ended up getting out much better than I did because
It's true.
I was wrecked.
Oh, yeah, how's your
after
wrist
that
doing?
Night. My wrist
you
is
had a
fine. The
bone
bone
bruise.
bruise on my shin is still there.
Really?
Yes.
oh my gosh.
Pretty sure he cracked a bone, but it's fine. It's fine. As in the words of Interpreter, YOLO.
Not as bad as Dave Dufour's photos he's been sharing this week.
Let's not. Let's not say we did. Yeah.
Yeah. Goodness. Yeah. Anyway.
We did switch to a courier instead of the WCC mail for the last year.
Oh.
Abso-fucking-lutely darling
Tell me
had
more.
a courier. We decided to not use the WCC post. They actually only specialize in paper mail. You're not really supposed to send
That's true.
things
You're
like
not supposed to
liquids
send
through the
packages.
mail. Yeah,
Right.
so
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we had sent Capri Suns in padded mailers one year, and then decided to do that, but have a courier like directly deliver them, which worked really, really well. It was awesome. Like they came and picked up an entire box of like 45 Capri Suns in packages
way.
and delivered all of them on Wednesday morning. So they were out early in the event right away. It was fantastic.
That's amazing.
Is the courier one of your road warriors, or is it somebody else you just kind of recruit?
I hired them through Abso-fucking-lutely darling. I paid
choice.
Coyote Canyon dollars. Jordan or Amazon had a ton of money. And Amazon is, sorry not to expose your wealth here, but you are very wealthy by any post-apocalyptic standards. And I asked the group, I was like, hey, I need to pay some couriers to get this delivered. Does anyone have any Wasteland currency? And Amazon was just like, how much do you need? How much do you need?
I got you.
I got it. I'll just bring you my bag. Take what you need out of it, and then give me the rest, or not.
Hell
like,
yeah. Nice.
Amazon, what are you
Yeah.
worth these days?
Oh man, I haven't counted. I had to trade in all my cash last time at Children
Oh,
of
yeah.
Aesir, and because they changed their banknotes, and
They
so I
did.
didn't want to be rolling around with their old ones that wouldn't be accepted places. So I had to chip up with
Oh,
it.
nice.
So I have a wad probably about this thick right now, and then I've got like desert dollars about this thick right now.
Wow.
I don't know
okay.
who else has got cash flowing, but
I mean,
I was able to be a judge at the
gotta-
nuclear winter last year for the post-apocalyptics, and all of my friends were standing around that were also judges, and they were trying to take bets. We're judges, so of course they wanted to rig it, and they
Obviously.
didn't ask me if I wanted to bet, and so I fronted for Mike the Baron, and because he didn't have any of his own currency, and each of their teams that they bet on lost, so I just took the pot because they didn't
This
ask
is
me if I
mine.
wanted to play.
Nice.
So
Jeez.
seems reasonable.
yeah,
you got to
Yeah.
have money to make money.
exactly.
Facts.
Yeah, the
So-
Wasteland Weekend currency game has exploded.
Yeah.
There are so many more currencies than there used to be because it was just the casino caps for a long time, like years and years. And then, it was just general bartering, and a lot of tribes would just like incorporate the caps into their own economies one way or another. But over the years, we've seen so many more show up. I think the Undertown dollars, the Baron Bucks, the Coyote Canyon dollars.
I was
were-
going to say, I think
were
there's
one
at
of the
least
first, right?
4 different currencies
Yeah.
be bopping around.
Yeah,
at
there's the
least.
teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course,
Thief
the
hunters.
Rust Devils in their heyday were using the fingers for different things.
There were NCR dollars as long as LCC
That's
caps, though, I
right.
think.
I had
But
forgotten
those aren't
about
around
that.
anymore.
Right.
The
Yeah.
most worthless historic but collectible currency.
Oh yeah, because it's rare
It
now.
has like the least value or something. I can't remember how
That's
it's
funny.
described, but it's very funny. It's like the rarest, most worthless currency or something like that.
Fantastic.
Hear
brilliant.
Most
Mr.
collected and
Fahrenheit's
least
heart-
valued.
Yeah, I can hear Mr. Fahrenheit's heart like breaking right now, and also being like, you know what, Trail Boss,
Those were his words.
the NCR will come after you. I can
That's so
print
Oh no,
some
I'm
right
repeating
now.
what Mr. Fahrenheit describes the currency as.
Yeah.
just tell him to square up. My money's
Yeah.
on Trail Boss on that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
You can
sometimes-
also take out a loan through the Children of Aesir too in
Oh, that's right.
Coyote Canyon Cash. So you can
Yep.
take out a huge amount or a large amount. People were trying to buy each other's debts
Amazing.
from there.
Oh, I got to go play with that, especially
Yeah.
now that they're close neighbors.
The just the whole economy of Wasteland in the past few years, I think, has grown, but also kind of like streamlined, and it has made things absolutely hysterical
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
has added a new level to the event. I think that makes it really great.
Oh, it's so fun.
I've had a blast with it anyway.
Yeah, you guys
Amazon.
added-
Yeah, we added a currency too. So now the Farlanders have gas chits, which
Yeah.
are
Oh.
incredibly rare because they are handmade.
cool.
So
Yeah.
they're actually worth something.
Yeah,
in
if you
this
can
new-
cash them in.
If you can cash them
Which
in,
means
yes.
I should probably try to collect
you
as many
have
as I
any?
can. I don't think I do. No.
The joke
I don't
was
have
at
any.
Wasteland. The joke was at Wasteland. If you actually brought a gas chit to Farlander territory, aka rural Tennessee, I will buy you gas.
Oh.
And everyone's
For
like,
$2.50 a gallon.
it
Actually,
was $3.09 when I got it.
It was gas was
Still-
$1.90
Ew.
somewhere.
Oh yeah,
somewhere
recently,
nearby.
yeah. It was between $3.09 and $2.80. So
Yeah, Yeah,
Gotta love it.
1999 just called from California and said,
Facts.
Yeah, we've got some pretty cheap gas right now, but I'm not going anywhere.
I got pissed when it
But-
went over $3. I was like, this is
Oh, yeah,
this is
it's
highway
different.
robbery.
Yeah.
I'd be so excited.
I have a
Yeah.
whole system that I do for when I'm going to Wasteland of like stopping for my last stop in Arizona. And if I fill up all of my gas cans, like my generator gas cans, then I can only have to fill up one time in California before I get back out.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah,
genius.
it's a trick.
Well, and all the gas close to the event is super expensive.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because you're in the
They
middle of nowhere,
They
and
know
there's
what
just
they're
no
doing.
competition.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it. Oh, and the Oasis, 7 something a gallon when I
my
stopped by.
You know what? I found either a memory post or something or a video or whatever when we were doing one of the Great 40s. So it was probably either 16 or 17 because I haven't done a Great 40 since. Where one of our guys was leaving the gas oasis yelling, "It's $5 a gallon!" And now I look back on that, I'm like,
Yeah, that was cheap.
that was cheap.
Stupid Oasis. They got me one time for like 5 gallons.
Ooh.
Just because they are in the middle of nowhere. Like, they know they've got you.
Yeah, over a barrel
Yeah.
of gas.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Okay, so
Boy.
now when the air raid sirens were formed, I know at least one of you had been in another tribe.
All three of us
but-
were in the same
Oh,
tribe.
oh, you were all three in the same tribe.
Seriously?
Oh, okay. All right. So what, like when you were forming the air raid sirens, what were you looking to change? What did you want different? And of course, with just being the three of you, were you looking to just downsize? You tell me a little bit about like how your structure change made it different for you. And does this
Do you
make
want the
sense?
real answer? It's literally just a punchline, but it is
okay.
true.
Okay.
We wanted to keep coolers in the city. We didn't want to walk all the way back to camp in order to refresh our beverages. We wanted a place that we could put our stuff inside the gates, and that was because of how much we want. Like, that's how committed we were to like keeping whatever we were doing going. Like, if we're out in the evening, like, enjoying the event, like just having to break and walk all the way back to camp, like, was too much. So we're like,
It's a really
screw
good
it, we're
point,
gonna build our
actually.
own goddamn camp so we can have whatever we want here and not
wanna
have
stay
to walk all the way
hydrated.
back to Tent City.
I've
Yeah.
heard of tribes
That's
being founded
hilarious.
on worse. So
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So a lot of like city tribes will have their satellite camp so that like when you're in the city, it's very busy. There's a lot going on. It's very noisy, especially at night. And so they'll have a satellite camp where you can go camp away from all that. It sounds like you guys had purpose to do just the opposite.
Yeah, so we actually didn't sleep in the city for the first 2 years. We had our camp inside the gates, but we still had a satellite camp, which all of us slept at. And no one actually slept at all inside the city.
Mr. Fahrenheit had his suite there to sleep there.
Oh, okay.
His embassy.
Yeah, when we were in the
Yeah.
slums.
Yeah. So he was like a house sitter for you. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, he's also a tenant.
Yeah.
He's a
That's how we think of
tenant.
him, as a tenant.
I love it.
was in the mother-in-law
Nightmare
unit.
Fahrenheit. Our house sitter. That's so funny. That's a really great reason. And I guess that explains why your camp is one of the smallest by footprint.
No, I mean, it's really just we don't want to add people, like,
Smart.
and so more
Yeah.
more build means more people, and also
more work for
storage,
us.
like more money. Like, it's just we're kind of at a sweet spot, I think, where like we are putting in as much as many resources as we want to, and not overextending that, I think. So
Oh,
and
gotcha.
without adding people and or money and or space, like, we just try to make the camp better. We do quality of life improvements. We add a bunch of new features. We add better, easier ways to build it. That's really
Yeah.
where all of our resources go. So
That's actually a really good way to do it. And that is a very valid point too, because it's like one of those, you got to find the balance of, I want to keep adding to my camp? Because if you keep adding to your camp, there's only 3 of us. Even with the road
Right.
warriors, it starts to make it more complicated to build. So
Yeah.
that's actually a really, what is you guys' frontage? What is your footprint?
30.
Just
Just
30
30
feet across.
square?
No, 30 by 70. So we go
that's
back
really good.
a ways. And
You guys go
we
super
asked
deep.
for more one year, and we weren't able to get it, but we really needed it because the Capri Sun drinking contest is too crowded. I'm not
Yeah.
joking. Like there's too many people in our camp to host it where we can see everyone easily, and but asking for a larger footprint to just have more empty space that will be filled with bodies
Right.
isn't
Yeah.
that cool. So so we just make it work without it. Like we
Yeah.
started standing on, we have bunk beds in our camp, so like we can stand up on top of them in order to look down on people, so we can see more people in the area as opposed to all being eye level, you know.
You heard that right, folks. The Arid Sirens looking down on all Wastelanders.
As they should, because they are above everyone. They are superior.
I mean,
I'll die on that hill.
Yeah, we have an Amazon and a trail boss who are also a lot taller than a lot.
That is true, yeah.
And they also
we make
Which is
you
also-
tall.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of fun because I think Amazon and I are the only two that do get on top of the bunk bed.
I love
down
sitting
on
up there.
We cannot be tall enough. There is
They-
no
they-
such thing as too tall.
The lessers need to be reminded of this.
It's tough enough to keep your body hydrated in this dry-ass desert. But you're also constantly sweating and peeing out all of your electrolytes. And you need those. But here at Waste Not Organic Pea Salt, we collect used electrolytes. And with a triple wash system, get all that calcium, magnesium, and potassium, or as we like to call it around here, CMP, back into a solid crystalline form, ready to sprinkle on your dinner. Wouldn't you want a CMP for yourself? Come get some Waste Not Organic Pea Salt. Yum.
The Dead Raider Jerky Company is expanding to new territories, and we've got a whole new line of products your dirty feet are gonna love. Those raiders thought they could hide from us. Instead, they're giving their hides to us. Introducing Raider Rugs. These short-haired leathers will beautify the entry of your hovel, or can be used as an unwelcome mat to let all the raiders know they can't just walk all over you anymore. It's you who's going to be walking on them. Raider rugs are 100% natural, come in various sizes, and are completely unique, and so may contain stab wounds, bullet holes, scars, burn marks, or tattoos. The skinny raiders will make a good runner for a hallway or the end of your bed, and the larger raiders are great decorative area rugs. And for every Raider rug purchase, we'll go out and kill another raider, which is just good business economics, and you'll be helping make the world just a little bit safer for all peaceful wastelanders out there. Dead Raider Jerky Company's Raider Rugs. We've got skin in this game.
I think something
And-
that is important about why we created the tribe too, not just to have a cooler inside, which was a big part of it. We were all getting very burnt out on the camp that we were in, and a lot of our feelings were the same. A lot of the things that we were talking about were same. We were having a lot of the same frustrations, all of that. And so we all wanted to have more of a say in things and have it be, people that actually show up, have them have a say, not just the people that don't show up and then make things harder. Like we wanted to...
with just three of you, I mean, you guys can coordinate a lot easier, and you know everyone's going to have to be there, and everyone has the same ethos, you know. You guys have the same mission.
Yeah.
Do you know what our mission
the
is?
same. What is your mission?
Our mission is we stop doing this when it's not fun.
That
I
is
like that.
literally
People have
the
you have to leave you have to be done as an arid siren if this is no longer fun for you anymore. We've all agreed that is a rule that we will follow for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is
Our first
gonna
agreement-
increase quality of life. Like that's gonna make you love the event exponentially, because you're not gonna just look at it and think, I gotta do this. Like, it becomes a chore. You know you have an out because, like, I'm not having fun anymore. Deuces. That's great.
Yeah.
That's so great.
Yeah, our
We
first
also-
agreement is that we'll still be friends, and then the second one is if it's not fun anymore, don't do it. And then what were you saying, Amazon?
We're also very uplifting of each other, which wasn't as a key factor in the previous tribe we were part of, that we are always giving each other credit when credit is due. Like, this was
Oh, I
your
love it.
idea, or like, oh my God, my friends are so cool, look at what they made. Not, oh, they're part of my tribe, so, and I did this because I brought them in. And it's like, no, that's
It's a
not
team
cool.
effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Because, all right. So Wasteland started in 2010. I've been going since 2011. Who's my other oldest?
Amazon.
Yeah.
2012.
Yeah, 2012.
Wow.
Cool. And so we've seen the event, like, shift along the way. And if you go back every year trying to just do what you did before, it is really easy to get burnt out. But you almost have to, like, give certain things up, bring on new things that you're excited about, hang with new people that you're excited about, and, kind of like, refresh your perspective on things. Is that something that the Air Raid Sirens has helped you guys do together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Like,
It was too profound.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
Too much. Too much.
I agree. Like, the previous camp that we were with, like, I'm like, Trail Boss was like, you know what? I'm running for sheriff this year. And Amazon are like, cool, how can we help you? What do you need? Like,
Yeah.
Let's do
that
this.
sounds amazing. That sounds fantastic.
They also had no choice. They had to be deputies. So
Oh, I love that. I love that. Wait, are you both
there was
deputies?
no for deputies for sure.
But we were also
Yeah, we
like,
are.
how do we convince her to let us be deputies? So it worked
Joke's
out
on you.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I was
hilarious.
her walking billboard.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I remember this.
Bribed
I remember
people
this.
for votes and campaigning with baked goods, like first
Yeah,
thing
you
in the
did.
morning.
You did like real political canvassing for me, and that was awesome. You're like knocking on people's doors, like, "Hey, there's an election."
I make
come
my
vote for
morning
Trail
rounds
Boss."
anyway. And I loved delivering sheriff notices and
Oh, that's
just
so fun.
watching tribes read them in the morning, just seeing like what shenanigans they're being accused of from the day
Yeah.
before.
I'm all about it.
Oh, so good.
I'm all about
And
that.
then getting
life.
paid for services rendered because I did deliver it,
Yeah,
All right, so we just went through this
That
huge
was the
campaign
fine.
for.
that wasn't your tip.
Oh, that's funny.
That's okay.
Oh,
I told
weren't-
you you could
weren't
pocket
supposed
the
to
fine.
keep it.
Yeah.
So we just went through the huge campaign for the mayorship this year, which was a ton of fun. And basically what Wastelanders have kind of unofficially decided is we'll do a mayor campaign one year and a sheriff campaign the next. So you get a 2-year term. Is that right? Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so your term's coming to an end this year. But we had a lot of discussions on the show, right? Oh, yeah. I mean, you're up for re-election is what I should be saying. But we had a lot of
My
discussions
term
on the
comes
show.
in. I would be elected for a second term. So yes, my term is ending. No matter what happens.
Okay.
No matter what happens.
Yes. But all right, so we talked about the mayors being like, arbiters of the lore, and how they're supposed to like facilitate lore between tribes and help newbies or first years, figure things out and get more involved. What is the sheriff? What are they supposed to do?
Kind of whatever the fuck I want.
That is the answer I was hoping to
that's
hear.
the better answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which has been great because I came into it with tons of energy and lots of ideas, and that role has been filled for a long time by lots of people, and they've all been great. But they didn't advertise, I guess, like they didn't promote it as something that you could be a part of, right? It was more like a figurehead. And so it's like, oh, the sheriff, and then like there would be cool interactive lore things that the sheriff would do previously, but there wasn't like a quest involved with the sheriff, right? There was no way to like become part of the sheriff's team, or so that like I knew when I was elected that like that's how I wanted to do it. That I wanted like anybody who wanted to be a deputy could be a deputy. Anybody who wanted like to come on some random lore story thing that I had been invited to, like I need my deputies, so I gave anybody that wanted it a chance to participate in the upholding of the law of Wasteland. And it was very fun to let people kind of play it how they wanted to. I told people they can be as corrupt or not corrupt, like if you want to be on the take, if you want to like be smuggling something, like
I love
if
that.
you want to be completely lawful and good, like pick your alignment, play it how you want to. And tell me, but you have to tell me about it. So I get,
Yeah.
deputies coming back and giving me fun stories about what random stuff they did that day.
Oh, cool.
So
Well,
it was
you
really
have to
that-
write the
cool
crime
way.
blotter every day.
That's super fun.
Yes. But adding that interactivity, especially for first years, is just it's such a fantastic way to make everything more accessible, I think, at Wasteland, because it can be kind of intimidating to jump in and do stuff especially with established tribes or with established people. They get intimidated to not feel like they can. You do, but I'm trying to fix that. But I think that opening that, instead of just being like, yeah, I'm the sheriff. Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean for other people? Is this something that we can be a part of? I love that you've added that and made that, more of a thing. I do actually remember hearing a lot of stories about this, and I wondered, I was just like, what are they talking about? What is this deputy sheriff? I was like, they don't mean trail boss, do they? And now I'm like putting two and two together. I'm like, that is fantastic. Like,
so good.
I love stuff like that as a big, lore tribe. Like, love to play with first years. We love first years more than anything. By the way, if you're going to be a first year at Wasteland this year, other than the air raid sirens, definitely go bother them, because they're really, really cool, and you're going to love every single one of them. Definitely also come and see the Farlanders.
Yeah, and if you're a first year,
Adept,
don't
what's
be
your
shy.
camp size? Are you our competition? I'm just realizing this.
I think overall square footage, we might be smaller than you.
Oh,
Like,
'cause they're
you're
not as
smaller
deep.
in the but we're not as deep. So overall square footage, we might be smaller. I'm gonna have to look back and confirm.
So good
But
luck
when you said it was
this
70
year when your
deep, I was
camp's
like,
bigger.
it can't be bigger. We're gonna actually be smaller this year, I think, in terms of people, which is kind of a
No,
bummer.
space-wise though. Build-wise.
Oh, space wise.
Yeah.
I don't know. Surely they wouldn't give us more space.
Why would they? You guys
I'll
don't
just
want
move
more
the
space.
flags.
I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. Winter, give them
We'll
20 more
get
square
that
feet.
to. We need the Department of Weights and Measures to
I was just
decide
gonna
who
say
is
that.
the smallest camp by
Yeah.
footprint or square
that a-
footage. I
Let's
guess
do
is
that.
also fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
that,
we need a square footage.
Is that ex-WCC President Casper you're talking about with the
Yes.
the
Yeah,
Guinness-
Wasteland
Guinness World
Weights
Records?
and Measures.
So fun. I love that he's just started doing that. He was like, you know what? I'm going to back out of being president of one of these legacy tribes, and I'm going to just walk around, explore things, and see who's got the tallest fountain, which is still the WCC, I hear.
I think because they're the only fountain.
They have
We
a
have a
fountain.
wishing well.
You guys have a fountain?
Oh,
we
you have a
don't.
wishing
We do not. We have a wishing well this year.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
got out
see.
of the fountain game.
The competition was too stiff.
Didn't you guys have me put like tallest something fountain
Yes.
on the map?
Yes.
Yes.
Just
We
just
asked
to get
for
at
that,
them?
like any highlight. You were like, "What are you looking for?" I'm looking for any highlights of like landmarks or special features to go look at around
Yeah.
the city. And I was like, "Put that fountain on there, please. Please put that fountain on there."
I think the next highlight you need to have on there is the quote unquote arsehole, because I've heard about this, but I don't know what the arsehole is.
Yeah, so
Been in it.
Yeah.
Amazing, and I had no idea. That's just very on brand for my life.
sometimes there's surprise arsehole penetration.
Surprise!
All right, tell me what the arsehole is, please.
Let me see if I can find a photo.
It's our main shade structure is covered by a drag chute, and the way that it was configured the very first time we put the drag chute on it, it looks very vaginal. And
Amazing.
Sphincter.
Yeah. So we started calling it the Arsole, and we put our ARS sign above it because that's our initials. So you can always enter our Arsehole and say hi.
And also
But you need
exit
to
our
you need to
arsehole.
ask.
Yes.
You need to ask before you enter the arsehole,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
And talk nice. You need to talk nice before you just.
I mean, if
ram
our
into the
gate's
arsehole.
open, just come inside the
Yeah.
asshole.
Oh my god, no.
We're very loose. A
I
little
was about to
flappy
say
when
this is a
the
family
wind's
show,
up,
but it's
you know?
definitely
It's
not.
not a
It's
family
not.
show,
No.
buddy.
Just like Wasteland, this show's 18 plus. Anyone else that's listening that's younger?
It's only
grow
weird
up.
if you're uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's only weird if you make it weird.
Yeah.
It's only
Yeah.
weird if you don't like it.
Anyone listening to this show is gonna have to get really cool about a lot of shit real
Really
quick.
fast.
Yep.
I love it.
So the arsehole is just basically, your
It
public
is a
shade structure.
giant opening that is at least 6 feet tall.
Is it,
'cause
like,
I can
stretchy?
walk through it.
Like,
It can
if,
be.
if,
It
if
does
someone's
pucker.
larger,
Yeah.
But it does not stretch.
Can it be adjustable for mass?
Yes, it's adjustable.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Could it
If
accept
it's
two
a boss
people at
cap.
once?
I think you can accept more than 2 people at once, actually.
Really? Has
Yeah.
this been
Oh, yeah.
tested?
Yeah.
4.
We have a picture of the 3
You've
of
had
us
4?
standing in it, so.
Great. That's a
wow.
great Arsole.
That's a pro.
That's a pro move right there.
Shape changes each year a little bit, we accept all sizes.
No discrimination in the Arsole.
I love it. I love it.
I have a photo of Trailboss and I kind of in front of the arsehole. Where's my?
All right, you got to send this to me so I can. Oh yeah, hold it nice and still. There it is.
Oh, yeah, no, I can see what we're talking
Yep.
about here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Very rectal.
send me that picture so I can edit it in and show everyone the
We
full
probably have a-
glory.
We probably have a better photo of the arsehole. Of just
Yeah.
the
All right.
arsehole.
Send me the best one you can,
Okay.
and we'll make sure it gets in there. Oh my god, freaking arsehole! I love puns like that. All right, so the our neighbors.
That's a good one.
Yes,
The-
that's a great one.
Yeah, they
Emerging
had,
from the
there was
arsehole.
what was it? The Barter Hole, right? They created next to them, and
Oh, yeah.
so yeah, it is. Oh, man, the brain is not functioning. So it's the Dauntless Express Corps. They
Yeah.
created the Barter Hole, which was this wonderful space where anyone who had like barterable goods could bring a blanket or a cart or whatever set up in there, and it was a community barter area. And they had a sign that said Barter Hole, except at night, the lighting on the Arter didn't work so well. So
Amazing.
it became the Bee Hole.
The
which was-
beehole.
Very cute.
My heart.
I feel like that was not. I feel like that was intentional.
Oh, it was 100% intentional.
I love it.
Yeah,
Love
but made to
I
look
love to see it.
made to look unintentional.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
no, the light's gone out.
Oh, it's
Flicker,
the-
flicker.
Ah,
Oh,
beehole.
tragedy. We gotta make some sort of butt joke. Oh,
So fun.
bummer.
So fun.
Well, the first year of the Slammer, build crew got together, I believe, on like Friday or Saturday, and instead of it just saying the Slammer, it became Adam the Butt Stuff Slammer.
Yeah,
You
that
just gotta
tracks.
do it.
Yeah.
You just gotta do it.
I didn't make it over to the Slammer this year, but it was a very diminished version of it, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was downsized
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah, I didn't get
But
to
it
see
wasn't
it.
as open. Because they changed it, so it didn't flow as well as it had in years
Oh, yeah.
past. They had like walls and stuff to it. And
Oh, I
they're
getcha.
changing the game. They're doing new things. But I mean, they also
Yeah.
had the bounty posters on it, so they had to have a place to stick them.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yes, 'cause I think the Slammer just needs to be closer to the sheriff. Is what went wrong. I mean, not wrong, just what went different.
I thought this location was great. I liked it where it was. It was in Undertown, which I thought was hilarious.
Oh,
I'm like,
no,
cool,
that's great.
Put
Yeah.
the Slammer where the criminals are. It makes the walk real short. Like,
Just gotta roll out of the Slammer in the morning and go back to camp.
yeah.
You roll out of the drunk tank. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, they did bounty hunting out of there, which is awesome, and it got used a lot. Like there was,
Oh, it did? Oh, that's
there were
good.
dance parties, and there was like a DJ there. I think most nights, and it became like its own little
DJ Pistol.
spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pistol was doing
Oh, nice.
music and stuff like that, and yeah, then during the day it was bounty hunting posters.
Nice.
This is
yeah,
also
really-
that's a good use.
I gotta
Yeah.
leave camp more. I
I know,
really gotta
same,
leave camp more.
Same. I mean, I move around a lot, but I still miss so much.
Yeah, I feel like I was running around constantly and didn't see Beans. I don't know. What am I doing with my life?
Well, Beans wasn't there this year.
Yeah, Beans wasn't
Okay,
there.
I didn't mean specifically the person.
You meant Beans, the vernacular of nothing?
Stuff.
Of stuff.
You saw me a lot.
Stuff. I did see you a lot. That was top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Top 5. It was great. Except you're not allowed to come with me on victory tours anymore. You've been banned.
I don't believe that. I think I'm the first person you're going to look for.
Correct.
All right, so what do you guys have you guys started planning? I know it's like still a little bit early in the like getting ready for Wasteland 2024 game, but have you guys started planning anything for next year? Anything new? Anything different?
We're going to Nuclear Winter.
That's fun. That's coming up like now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right
Well,
after this, we're getting in the car.
We'll be kicking off the pub crawl at Nuclear Winter with a Capri Sun contest.
Nice.
And we're generally part of the pub crawl as a non-alcoholic option for
Wasteland,
NA
yeah.
folks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
We also
I
have
love that.
sugar-free options if you're diabetic. And then we have different flavor options because pineapple is a common allergy. And so we make sure that we have different flavors so that if you
Oh.
are allergic to one, there's other things that you can do.
Just not wild cherry.
Just not wild cherry. Although you should
Unless
bring
that's
back
what you want.
now. You should bring back wild cherry with force. It's all wild cherry all the time.
Should they all be
We're gonna have to
frozen
make it-
solid into bricks and then? Is that what you guys want your challenge to be? We can like deep freeze that.
Yeah.
and
So not
part of the
only
thing
do you
is
have to
frosting
drink it,
them?
you have to melt it first.
Yeah.
I'll just put it between my thighs. It'll be fine.
Hot.
It's hot out there, y'all.
It's true.
I was
It is
gonna
true.
say we're gonna have to turn it into Makeshift's Wild Cherry Challenge, but now it's got to be Adept's Melt Your Capri
Pop,
Sun
pop my
Challenge.
cherry challenge.
No, you're grabbing. You need a spray
Yeah,
bottle for that
no.
one.
Wild cherry lipstick.
That's true. It does match the lip.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, that's happening.
Oh my lord. So
It is never too early for me to talk about next year plans. Like I'm making lists during the event itself of like, hey, this isn't working. We need to change this for next year. Or like, shit, I had this random idea. Like I want to remember this to do it next year. Like, so I already have stuff for next year if you want to go back to that topic at all.
yeah, dude. Yeah, tell me.
I want to hear all of it. You're after my own heart here.
One, like this is minor kind of, but like looking at photos of our camp, that we have flooring inside the Arsole, but we have no flooring in our outside courtyard. And so like next year to me is all about flooring. Like I've already purchased more mat. Like I want all the dirt covered in our camp. It like so
Oh,
it has
yeah.
more of an enclosed interior finish look, which like to me is a total level up for a camp. Like when you take that dirt flooring away, it transforms places. And like the interiors of camps that don't have bare dirt floors look, it's like such an easy trick kind of like, cause you don't have to do anything fancy. And I got the tip from Mushroom Cloud Lounge where they use RV mats, which fold up really small. They're very lightweight and they come in all sorts of patterns and colors and they're very
Oh, yeah.
durable and cheap. And so that's one thing we're definitely adding for next year.
Nice. Well,
And
no one-
This is more of like a call out request. I've always
Give me your
wanted.
mats.
No. This is a new topic for next
Oh,
year.
okay.
Ideas. I really, really want a custom Capri Sun label. I want like a parody label based on Capri Sun labeling, which has a very specific style, but in Air Raid's Sirens like flavor brand of Capri Sun artwork done that I can possibly print out and put on our Capri Sun.
So you mean like something
pouches,
that you
like-
could sticker onto them?
Basically, I really want artwork that is a parody Capri Sun label that is Air Raid Siren / post-apocalyptic themed.
Message Bridger.
Yeah.
Message
And
my
this is a
husband.
dream of mine. So
Yeah.
okay, great, good
He'll-
to know.
Yeah. He's sorry, babe. I'm creating a project for you, but
Yeah.
he's an incredible graphic designer and would probably think that was a hoot and a half. So surprise,
Oh my
you're gonna
God.
get a message.
Yep.
Definitely message
Yay.
him though. Definitely message him.
I can pay him in silly stories. And
You know what? You should just pay him in a crisp high five. He'd probably love that from you.
Yeah.
It has to be a really crisp
Like
one.
a really good
I
one.
think
Not
he also
like
really
a-
just enjoys my stories though.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Anytime you come over to camp, he's like, "This is gonna be a good time."
Yes, it's true. It's true. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I think that would be a ton of fun, especially. Wait, you're gonna need multiple flavors
Oh yeah.
because you can't hide the flavor label, right, of the Capri
No.
Sun.
No.
So you're
you
gonna
gotta make
need-
up flavors,
Yeah.
like how you make up flavors for LaCroix.
So, Bridger, you're gonna need to make probably half a dozen at least flavor.
Yeah.
Different labels.
It should be no big deal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
I can't wait to see like the fruit waves splash from underneath Amazon on her mini bike, like riding through.
That's such a good idea. Hold on. I'm going to need to write that one down. So,
Yeah.
because I'm going to go home after this and be like, hey, buddy,
Just taking notes, putting them in
Guess
the
what?
spreadsheet.
Yeah.
putting them in the spreadsheet.
I love that. I love that. I have
them in
two
Excel.
fake.
No,
make
putting
an
them in
Excel
my,
right now.
in my, I don't have Excel on my smartphone.
Notepad.
Google Docs.
From Sam, who's made a bunch of art for me. He's made me a couple of fake labels for some products that I'm still yet to make or advertise. So yeah, it's really fun. Like we get to make up our own stuff and kind of create our own lore. Like we, as Wastelanders, we borrow a lot of lore from like Mad Max and Fallout. Like there's a ton of it, but there's also a lot of lore that's just ours, which is so fun because we're kind of creating our own world, and then we have all these inside jokes that we get to talk about. amongst ourselves, then no one has any idea what we're talking about.
I feel like
been
they're
really
they're
fun.
still funny even out of context.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to have context; it's still funny.
Yeah.
It's been really fun to rewrite. Like we did a recording of Goodnight Moon that was Goodnight Wasteland, and it was played over the radio for a couple of years.
You have that commercial.
I do?
I think that's one of the ones we gave you.
That sounds really familiar. Actually, let's go to a commercial break, and if I have it, it'll play right now.
Good night, Wasteland. Good night, Attack Band. Good night, Graboid Patch, with your street full of sand. Good night, Daymare, and hello, Nightmare. Good night, Body Shop, where they waste out your hair. Good night, Last Chance, and the pit where we dance. You are awaited. Good luck with romance. Good night, Fart Kickoss. Good night, Fracture Hill. Good night, Bounty Hunters out for the kill. Good night, CCB and the WCC. Good night, Mollies and the D's. Good night, Plank of Ward 19. Good night, Red Rocket. Good night, Cockpit. Good night, newbie who nailed their first outfit. Good night, Radio Tunes. Good night, Red Stag Saloon. Good night, Road Rash, and fuck you too.
Air Raid Sirens, Wasteland's premier wake-up service. Just try and sleep with us.
The Love Bombs provide top-notch outcomes for the most discriminating clients all across the Wasteland. When you need executive escort and protection, intelligence analysis, direct action, or other specialized solutions, the Love Bombs provide a bespoke option tailored directly to your needs. Listen to this heartfelt testimonial from one of the Love Bombs' satisfied clients.
I hired the Love Bombs to save my precious Pookie Pie from them there scabs over yonder. They was fixing to turn his poor hide into jerky. Woo! Whew! I reckon not a one of those bastards will walk away from this scuffle. Goodness gracious, I reckon I ain't ever seen a gun that big. The Love Bombs will give your enemies a licking they won't soon forget.
Yes, the Love Bombs. They're polite, professional, and have a plan to kill everyone they meet. The Love Bombs provide complete confidentiality in their free initial consultation. That's right, the initial consultation is absolutely free. Remember, the Love Bombs. Artillery available.
All right, and welcome back, everybody. What do you guys think of that?
Oh, I love those commercials in that. It's so creative.
So good. Who made that for you guys?
So good.
We had like anytime I think about doing this stuff, I am like laughing to the point of tears because we were all sitting around a table, just like bullshitting. Like, what can be funnier? Like, what's a funnier version? Like rewrites on the fly kind of thing. And Riker from the WCC had like a really nice LCC. Riker from the LCC had a whole recording set, like great quality equipment. And
nice.
A great editing suite, and was able to like do things as subtle as like, no, we need like this to be just a little louder, like tweaking the levels, like making them so polished to me for the absurdity of the content. And it makes me laugh so hard to think of like how much work we put into making them sound as good as possible, but making them as completely ridiculous as possible at the same time.
100% the goal, right?
That juxtaposition is chef's kiss.
Yeah. Love it.
I love.
And we also, we had Riker, and then we had Toolbox, Fahrenheit, Humongous Hefner. Who else? I don't remember who else was in that.
If she didn't say your name, it's because you don't matter.
It's true.
Yeah. And no one cares about you.
So sorry.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Sorry. I put you on the spot. Put you really on the spot.
I was gonna be like, my name is. I was gonna say something that doesn't go to Wasteland anymore.
Yeah.
But
and others, etc.
I'm the worst.
And more.
It Don't say mean things about my friend.
If you think of it later, here's
That's my
what you
HR
should do.
name, the worst.
Here's what. All right, just mouth a bunch of gibberish, but don't say anything. And then if you think of it later, I'll edit it in. And
Okay.
yeah, go for it. Who else helped? Yes, they are so good at all the things they do. Of course, interpreter just goes on and
I
on.
hope it's just
and
the
on.
same name over
Yeah.
and over.
Yes.
It's so
Who
funny.
else helped?
I helped.
I think that was it.
Oh yeah, that was your tagline for a few years, wasn't it?
And I helped.
Still is.
Yeah.
I liked to when I used to go to build days regularly. Adam would pull out the camera and I'd stop working
He would pull out the camera.
to like take photos of build day to like promote it, and I would just stop
Oh, yeah.
working. And so I would just pose, and he's like, "People are supposed to think that you work here," and I'm like, "Yeah." And so
I'll
he
be.
just started saying, "Oh, Aaron helped. Oh, Aaron helped." And then there's like actual footage, like video footage of me working, and I'm like, "You need to burn this. You can't ever let this. You can't." And so it took a long time, and he finally put out footage of me working. I was like, "You have ruined my reputation."
I had
That's
a
hilarious.
thing going.
Yeah.
Look what
Yeah.
you've done.
Yeah.
And the amount of
Because once
that
people
come
know
up
you
to
can do
me-
things.
Yeah, I don't like it. Then they expect things.
It's so funny.
Bless
Oh my
it.
goodness.
People that are like, "I helped. I did nothing," and I'm like, "Yes."
Good job.
Guessing. Keep them guessing.
I love it. All right, so by the time this episode comes out, which it'll be in the next week or two, I don't know. We're kind of in Neotropolis season as well. And Trail Boss, not only are you the sheriff and deputizer at Wasteland, but at Neotropolis last year, you were deputizing people for a completely different reason. Will you tell us about that?
I run I'm the architect of the Joint Accommodations Network, also known as JANET. And you can come to the JANET Hub to register yourself as a JANET or learn how to summon JANETs. JANETs are an all-knowing entity that lives in a boundless void until they are summoned. So literally any Neotropolis resident could be a JANET, and you just need to learn the cue on when to go into JANET mode, have a little interaction with whoever summoned you, and then as soon as your interaction's done, you switch back out of JANET mode.
The way that I would aggressively do that, you have no idea. Because this sounds like to me it's a perfect opportunity to just make up facts. Because you're supposed to be an all-knowing
They have to be
entity.
fun. All facts are fun. If you're
All
going to
facts
do a
are
fact,
fun.
then it has to be a fun fact.
I don't
That
think
is a key
anything has
point of Janet.
tempted me
I
to
like
come to Neotropolis more than this.
You need to. You do
Nothing
need
has
to.
tempted me more to come than this. Like, I'm on board. Immediately on board.
All right, who here on this
Last year we
panel
did
thinks-
100 Janets about, and then this year I'm
So
hoping
many
to
Janets.
register 200 more Janets.
Oh my
And you
god.
had one Carl. Not one Carl, one Derek.
One Derek?
Why Derek?
Why?
Well,
was there
no,
a
I
guy
had,
that
I
didn't
had
want to be a Janet?
89. My actual stats were like 89 Janets, a Derek, and a flesh suit.
What?
So
Fantastic.
What? All right.
No context needed.
No context is needed. What's up with this flesh suit fella?
a flesh suit was delivered to the outpost 66, like a full-on silicone, like neck to toe,
Oh.
anatomically correct, wearable flesh suit.
Oh my
Horrifying.
God.
And it was delivered like vacuum sealed and unopened, and we
Like something
we-
someone could wear, or something?
Oh yeah,
someone...
totally wearable. Like like a full-on like silicone costume, basically.
Oh my gosh.
Terrifying.
And,
Yeah.
I
so
love it.
of course, my contribution to that was just to make it a Janet.
You will
it
get
ended
no
up
fun
going-
facts out of that one.
I think it ended up going to the Sentinels after it left the outpost, but
Wow.
it has journeyed, and I'm not sure where it is at this point. But I'm hoping it's still a Janet.
So what's with the Derek then?
Have you seen the show The Good Place?
Oh, just like the first.
I've seen
almost
enough
all
to
of
get
the
the
first
joke.
season. Yeah, I don't. We are.
So Janets are based on the character Janet in The Good Place, which is more of like a spiritual universal character, but I decided to kind of adapt it for futuristic sci-fi. And so there are a lot of inside jokes about The Good Place that people love to make, which the fact thing. So Janet gives fun facts at some point during the television series, and Janets can be broken. And so if you are broken, you're unable to fulfill the request from someone who summoned you, you present them with a cactus. Which I do provide. So I provided like UV reactive plastic cactuses and live cactuses to those that were brave enough to carry one around.
Oh my
And
gosh.
this year I have origami cactus. I found, of course, like the week after Neotropolis last year, I went to, I think it was Mitsuha, and they had like packages and packages of origami cactus. No,
That's so adorable.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah. So now I have to assemble the origami cactus, but I'm not sure if I'll make the Janets or ask the Janets to do it, but I might be spending my weeks leading up to Neotropolis doing origami cactus.
It sounds at least peaceful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite fun Janet fact is that Janets can summon other Janets.
Oh no.
It's the best.
They're very funny when they get all together and they start interacting with each other.
Oh yeah, I had that happen to me once.
Yeah, both Interpreter in Space and Amazon. I'm blanking on your Neotropolis name, but you
I think
two
we're
are
going
both
with
Janets.
Space Ho.
Space Ho, that's right.
Space Ho, great. Is it
Space Ho and Interpreter in
H-E-A-U-X?
Space.
Nice.
Yeah.
Interpreter.
Gotta throw the X
Interpreter in
there.
space.
It's H0E.
Oh,
H03.
Just as good.
I love it. So while we have a little bit of momentum here, will you each give Adept one good reason why the Farlanders should absolutely attend Neotropolis? Because I'm trying here, guys, but I don't know, something about like real world and work and vacation days.
Yeah, it's one or the other. It's either Neo or Wasteland. I can't do both.
But let's give her a little push.
Wasteland, you see like the people you really, really want to see like once, maybe twice the whole week.
Interpreter, you lived at my camp.
I know, but that's because we made it a point. But like, there's multiple people that you only see like once, maybe twice the whole week, and then you're really sad about it.
Yeah, okay.
At Neo, you see them once or twice every hour. If you don't see them that day, you know that they're not there. Like I came in on Thursday or Friday, I can't remember. I came late, and I ran into Makeshift. Makeshift's like, "You just got here. Want to know how I know? I haven't seen you yet." I was like,
I like your Makeshift impression too.
It's true.
But like you like if you can't find someone, you're like, oh, they must be like they must have left the event or they're not here yet, because you run into everybody and it's so much easier. And you're at a camp and then you're like, I don't want, or a faction, and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. You take 10 steps and you're at a new one and you're like, wow, hold on, what is this experience? Cool. And then you're like, I'm over this. You take 10 steps up and you're like, it's so much easier. It's more accommodating on the feet, the space. That's my selling point.
Yeah, a good selling point.
All right, it's a good one. Okay, what about you, Amazon?
You can literally buy all of your shit off the shelf, like all of your costumes and everything, and you're ready to go.
You want to know what's really funny is I already have 2 characters and 2 costumes already done, and I've never been to Neo.
There you go. And all you got to do is pack a suitcase. You don't have to bring a whole bunch of crap. You don't have to pack bins and armor or guns and heavy stuff, which I already don't do in theory. I literally can't. And so you can just pack a small suitcase to come out and then hitch a ride out and set up a tent. And you're set. You don't have to theme anything.
You can come for the weekend.
That is nice.
Yeah.
For the weekend.
For the weekend. I mean, I still got to fly. I still got to get from LAX to there, bring a tent and feed myself for a weekend.
You could probably actually not have to figure out most of those things just by posting online. Like, hey, can I get a ride out here? Does someone have a spare tent I can use?
Yeah.
Does anyone have a meal plan I can jump on? There's also pretty good food vendors.
Or hump on.
Yeah. There's pretty good food vendors. When was the frozen pie? Was that at Wasteland?
What?
That was at Wasteland.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, what?
But I think they were at Neo too, but I didn't run into them. But like Texas Smoke is still out there. You have a lot of food options for fairly inexpensive.
Yeah. The food game is totally different than it was 5 or 6 years ago, because now there's an abundance of amazing vendors at both events.
I didn't have a reason for Adept to go to Neotropolis, except the food conversation reminded me of a very good story that may persuade you.
Oh, hit us.
I mean, the Janet thing already sold me. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm interested to hear this.
I believe it was Saturday night, and I was just sitting near my like module and hanging out. It was after midnight, and someone came in wearing a backpack that was full of boiling water. And they were
What?
basically a walking ramen dispenser.
I can't decide if I like them or
presented me-
that's gross.
Yes.
With like a cup,
Yes.
like so the only thing in the backpack was water, right? And like filled using like a dispenser,
Gotcha.
like filled the
Nice.
bowl of ramen with the hot water, presented me with chopsticks, like gave me everything I needed to enjoy some instant ramen in about 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how soft you like your noodles. And like it was the
Amazing.
most perfect moment because it was, do I go to bed like because I have food back at my camp and that call it a night, or am I going to stay up for another hour or something if I can get something to eat? And it was like that person just walked right in right at the right moment. I had not seen
meant to
anyone
be.
doing that as a gag the whole week, and so it was like last evening this wonderful surprise just walks in the door. It was absolutely phenomenal and a very cool getup. Like the experience was an experience, right? Like they're doing a whole presentation and have a really cool costume and this really awesome walking ramen suit.
That's
God,
so
that's
fun.
so cool.
That's so fun.
You know what? In this, the whole already having like a two Neotropolis characters already figured out, but the most recent one and the only person who's gonna get this is Interpreter. Do you want to know what my Neo character's name is? Interpreter.
Yeah.
Declan Flynn. Think about that.
That's
one for a
how,
second.
when you said it, that's what when we were talking the other day, I was
You
like,
went right
wait
there.
a minute.
You know where it came from.
Yes.
She knows.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Well, now I want to know.
That's a
You're gonna have to get real comfortable with reading a lot of books real fast.
Okay. Okay. Is this from one of your smutty romance novels?
Correct.
I was like, straight face.
But you are Declan Flynn.
Yes. Yes. Well, there'll
Okay.
be more about
Okay.
that
Later.
at another time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's
more
fine.
Neo chats later.
You're now going to have to do dramatic readings of this book at Neo when you come so that we'll understand.
Interpreter, are you ready?
I love in the morning just hearing someone read the newspaper while I'm and just listening
Hold on.
or doing
It'll be our new bedtime stories.
Mad Libs. Oh yeah, that too.
No, wait. I got one for
Sneak
you, and I
peek.
have it memorized. Interpreter, I hope you're past this part. I really
I'm gonna
do.
hold my face.
Rune Dannon, Crown Prince of the Valbaran Fae, knew 3 things with absolute certainty. That's all you get. Please tell me you're past that.
things.
Please tell me you're past that part, Interpreter. With the fawn on his face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
That's
my
Wait,
Lord.
this sounds familiar. Hold on.
That's for the book talk girlies. Enjoy that.
All right. Welcome to the Wasteland Book Club. What book should people read if they want to catch any of these jokes?
Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood, Crescent City, House of Sky and Breath, and Crescent City, House of Flame and Shadow.
Okay.
But you're going to want to read the other series before.
We got some catching up to do, listeners. All right, so guys, let's talk a little bit more about this patch. This one right here, the patch of the month, the Air Raid Sirens patch. Who designed this?
Could be a trail boss.
Trail Boss.
I love it.
All right, talk to me a little bit about the features that we're looking at here. Full description, because not everyone's watching. So give me the full description of what we see.
So as a sleep mercenary camp, it was important to have many clock and bomb themes within our logo to really understand like what we do and how we do it. So the base of the whole design is centered around an alarm clock, a lovely mechanical style alarm clock with a hammer and 2 bells, but instead of a hammer, it is a rocket in between 2 mushroom clouds. And as a nod to our name, the shape that fans at the bottom of the clock face are the classic shape that's cut out on a hand crank air raid siren.
Oh, so that's
Is
what
that
that
true?
is.
Oh, you're
Okay.
right.
I love that. What a great detail.
I didn't pick that up at first.
Neither did I. It's
Yeah.
a great detail.
Well done. Well done. And the tagline, who came up with
Amazon.
came up with?
I think
Was it Amazon? I was like, I don't remember. Amazon
me, it
totally
was
gets the credit then.
Oh my gosh.
I know you started using You Snooze, You Lose, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, wait. You said sleep mercenaries.
We're for
Is that what
hire.
you said? Okay.
We
Oh,
provide
yeah,
all
okay.
sleep-related services, so it's not
So-
just wake-up calls.
So what other services are there?
Yeah, I need to know so much more.
Tuck-in service. Yeah,
What's
I
a-
paid
what-
for a gun from Dukes of the Nuke's Armory by
Uh-huh.
writing a voucher coupon for Hot Shot for a
Was it shot
one free
hot?
tuck-in service. Well, see, I wanted to talk to the Dukes about that because since Hot Shot is dead, I wanted to let Shot Hot know that that's not transferable.
Well, it did turn out
Unfortunate.
that Hotshot faked her death, so she is still very much alive.
Okay, only Hot Shot can use that tuck-in coupon.
Until the Thunderdome
Wait, is
in
that-
2024.
Is it not transferable? And
bummer.
what was that?
Oh, Hotshot and I are renewing our battle that we had to postpone. Yeah.
I'm so glad to hear this.
Yeah. So
Nice.
she'll be dead after
Okay.
2024, so it's
All right,
fine.
so
Well,
now
she
you're
better
facing-
use that tuck-in service beforehand then.
All right, so tuck-ins are non-transferable.
All of our
All right,
coupons
so
are
you got a wake-up
non-transferable.
call, a tuck-in service. What other sleep-related services?
Oh, we do. Yeah, Amazon cinnamon roll. So
What? What does that mean?
Warm baked goods.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a
Oh, yeah, that's
euphemism?
nice.
I was-
That's nice. Yeah,
uh,
I
I
thought
was
so,
hoping
too.
to be spooned by Amazon.
Yeah.
You can be.
You could, yeah, that's a
You can
different
be the
charge,
cream,
but yes.
the cream middle.
I was thinking we need to start offering a tooth fairy service. I want to, with all
That's
since
brilliant.
we're not going to get into the currency game of these events, like with our own currency. That's how we can get involved with currency is
A teeth
having
fairy.
people leave something for us under their pillow that we can leave cash in its place.
This is the best idea I've ever
That's a
heard in
great
my
idea.
life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then depending on what they leave under their pillow, it doesn't have to be teeth, but teeth are welcome. It will
Always.
decide on when, how much they get for what they leave.
Yeah, you guys could totally do like a teeth fairy, and if people collect teeth from the teeth hunters,
Yeah.
you could cash them out because you guys have done like currency exchange before, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is sounding like a solid plan.
Yeah.
It's a great plan. So how does anybody hire you guys for any of these amazing services?
We have an appointment book. You can come by our headquarters anytime during the event. There's a form in triplicate with carbon paper.
Oh my god.
We keep the original. I think you get the pink copy, maybe the yellow copy. I don't know. Depends on who's writing it up and how we feel that day. And then we have a list of services available, and we negotiate payment, which most people cannot afford. And
We're very expensive.
Most
we're
people.
very expensive.
You want us to wake up your enemies? We are very expensive. Like,
Oh,
you're tearing our
tell me
whole
more.
Camp down, so we don't have to, and you're putting everything in its correct place. We're
That might
expensive.
almost be worth it.
Yep. We have definitely accepted appointments that we did not fulfill. And to all of those customers, we apologize. We may get to you eventually.
We're like
but-
the cable guy. We'll be here between
Yeah.
2022 and
And
2022.
2028.
But we've also had people not meet our conditions for wake-up calls, so
Yeah.
What are the
that's on them.
What are the
Yeah.
conditions?
Locked doors and those kinds of things.
Yeah, so if your door's locked, if you're not prepared correctly, aka covered in the money that you're paying us, but before you go to sleep, we won't wake you up. Depends on the service you hire for, really. And the whole point is that if you're hiring us to wake you up, you want something nice usually. If you're hiring us to wake someone else up, you want it nasty. So, those are more expensive.
Here's the thing. You guys have offered me wake-up calls before, and I've always denied them because, you go to sleep kind of late. I don't want a specific wake-up time. I just want to wake up when I wake up because as much sleep as you can get is usually nice. But I think I'm changing my mind.
Wouldn't you really enjoy just like laying in bed and then having somebody roll on top of you saying steamroller, steamroller?
That's so much
Whispering
more
it so that you
polite.
don't wake up anybody else next to you. So it's just you getting
yeah,
rolled
that's
on
nice.
top of that saying
That's really nice.
steamroller.
That's terrifying.
I did find one of the videos since it was brought up.
Oh, you
a
did?
video of one of our wake up calls, and it is terrifying to watch, and I was there.
Are you
I was
okay?
there.
Are you okay with me showing this to all of our listener viewers?
I'm okay with that. I want to check with our client first, even though the
think
client
they'll-
is not really identifiable, but I'm going to make sure that the client is okay with it, and then
I think it's their
will
pride
send
and
you
glory.
to you.
Yeah. they
Oh,
love
very
it.
nice.
It's also
Okay.
it's also not the version. So I don't have the one that we all know and remember where I am yelling, "Are you satisfied with your service?"
The way that
I don't know
wanna be
where
an
that
air raid
video
siren
file
right
is.
now.
I could not find it. I looked all day today.
Oh my god.
But I did
Oh,
find
God.
another one, which I think is from the same. From the same day. It's just like another clip of it, and it is exactly as you described, Interpreter, where it's like you quietly saying like steamroller, and I'm going, do another one, do another one, do another one. You like slowly rock it back and forth on top.
I
But it was like wasn't it like 6:30 in the morning?
I mean, it's completely pitch
Really?
black in the video.
Yeah,
Like you can
but
like, I have
they
my
booked us.
flashlight. I have my light on my phone, which makes it even creepier. It's like found footage horror. Like it is not a comfy service. Like at least the film style is. It's upsetting.
They had
I
a
didn't
volunteer
have a
shift,
tribe.
and they were scared to be late, and so they booked us. And so
Oh,
we were
okay,
like, we
that's a good
can't wake
reason.
up anybody
Oh.
else in your camp.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna wake
Yeah.
you up. Sorry, what
So
was
I think we
saying?
might have done it more than once, though.
Yeah.
If I didn't have a
'Cause I
tribe,
can't
I'd be
find-
begging at your feet to be an air raid siren because it sounds like the funniest
It does
thing
sound
I've
so fun.
ever heard.
You could be a road warrior.
There
We
you go.
have a tribe.
Yeah, but you can read the smut stories as part of the bedtime.
Yeah, you can
Fantastic.
intern
Yeah.
under another tribe.
Yeah.
No rules that say you can't intern somewhere else.
Oh, that's the best idea.
Yeah.
We're very much
yeah.
choose your own adventure.
It's happening.
Oh
It's happening.
no, I'm gonna be so busy in 2024.
All
I
right.
used
So
to wake up these two back in the day.
Yeah, that's actually kind of how the wake
that
up
where it
call
came from?
started. Funny enough.
oh, funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
And was it with the steamroller, or was there a different service involved?
That's my specialty.
The speed with which you declare that.
Oh, okay.
True.
All right. So wait, if we want a steamroller, we have to hire interpreter. Amazon, what are
You
we
don't
getting
have
with your
to,
wake
but
up
that's
call?
my favorite.
Mine's usually a cozy snuggle with a warmed baked good that's homemade.
It's so wholesome.
That sounds so
You're also the
nice.
early riser one, right? So
Yeah.
Oh,
it depended on the time of day.
Oh,
like
so you got to be a little bit
when.
more gentle. Yeah. Trail Boss, what's your wake up?
Are you satisfied?
Yeah,
Slapping
my
you in your
customer
face.
service surveys during the actual wake up call.
That's
It's a
brilliant.
wake up with bureaucracy.
Oh my god. All right, I'm not letting another year pass without experiencing an air raid sirens
Since
wake
we're
up
camped
call.
across from you,
Yeah.
maybe if we're in the same spot this
Yeah.
year, I'm gonna wake up early just to be like this watching across.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Hey survivors, Makeshift here with some very exciting news to share. To show our appreciation for our Patreon supporters who make all of the Apocalypse Post's content possible, we're going to be starting a Patch of the Month Club for everyone that's in our Outlander tier and above. We'll be featuring original and exclusive designs from the Apocalypse Post and the greater Wastelander community. Members that sign up before New Year's Eve 2023 will be included in our first mail out in January of 2024. And if you want to donate some patches to the cause, you'll become our featured tribe, business, or survivor of the month that your patch is selected. So sign up at patreon.com/theapocalypsepost and reach out directly at theapocpost@gmail.com. All right, so we're back from our very quick last commercial break of the episode. Trail Boss, tell me, how do you wake up in the morning in order to deliver all these wake-up calls?
I usually don't.
What do you mean you don't? Are you the late wake up? Are you the hey? Can I extend my checkout time?
I am up early, but there's something I need. A secretary is really my problem. So I need someone to, when I wake up in the morning, someone to say, hey, here are all of your appointments for the day.
Oh, yeah.
Because if I wake up
That is your
and
job.
I immediately start like doing a walkthrough of the camp, what needs to be fixed, what blew over last night, what
There's
needs to
always
change,
something.
like what do I have to refresh or charge or whatever today, and I start running through this checklist, and I have completely spaced wake up calls, even though I was absolutely 100% awake at the time.
That's hilarious.
Are you defending
it fell to
yourself
the
right now
bottom.
for the one that we did not do last year?
Uh-oh.
Defending myself? No, I'm calling
not
myself
but,
out for like
yeah, I was
100%.
like,
Like,
wait.
I didn't do
Yeah.
this thing, even though I was totally awake, because I just simply forgot.
I
And,
also
yeah.
forgot.
Wasteland's hard.
You were like, don't forget. I was like, I got you. I didn't.
You didn't got her.
Is this why? All right. So when the patches go out, there's going to be a little info card attached to it, and I believe we finished it with, and they will be there to wake you up, unless their clocks are wrong, which they are. Is that?
Yes.
We have many clocks in camp, and only one of them is correct, and we will not tell you which one.
That's
Amazing.
Oh, that's actually a really fun shtick.
That is cruel
like
and
that.
hilarious.
I like that. Nice.
It's definitely not the one that's on my wrist. That's always.
All right.
It's
Always
behind.
wrong.
All right. So it sound-
Even when I change it, I was like, I adjusted it.
Why don't you take one from the watch wall next year? You can swap it
I
out.
think I should,
Get one that
yeah.
works.
The watch wall. All right, so it sounds like the air raid sirens might need their own wake up service in order to get you all up and ready for work in the morning. but
They need a personal assistant just
yeah.
standing there
Yeah.
staring at them,
yeah,
ready to go.
Who's going to wake
Yeah.
up the personal assistant?
The personal assistant wakes up at dawn because she's a freak. It doesn't matter what time she goes to bed.
and who is that?
Me.
All right, all right.
Every
So
morning I was up
That's
at dawn.
because you live in the future.
I do, you're right.
all right, so Adept obviously wants to become a robe warrior.
Yeah, the worst way.
In the worst way. How could she do this? How does someone become a robe warrior?
Well, you
Fill out
have to have
an
a
intern
brunch interview
application.
process.
What? Is there an interview?
You have to first fill out an application to be an intern, and then
Okay.
And then we have to schedule you for a in-person brunch interview.
Oh, I love that.
Oh,
Wait, where would the brunch interview be?
It could be at Wasteland. It doesn't mean
Great.
that it has
Yeah.
to be outside of Wasteland. Or we could make it at Neotropolis so that you show up.
I'm not coming.
The key
this year.
the key
I
part of
cannot
that is
come
that
this year.
all of us sit on one side of the table, and the applicant sits on the opposite side of the table by themselves.
Fantastic.
And
should
we
be
have
panel
some
interview.
very
Yeah.
difficult questions, for sure. So difficult.
Do I
And
get
you
a
have
sampling
to
of the
look
questions?
uncomfortable every time if we were at a real restaurant. You have to look uncomfortable when the server comes. Like, I'm really
Help,
being
like give them
interviewed
help
right
me
now.
eyes.
Yeah,
Like blink twice if you're in danger.
yeah. That's my edit. That's the thing that makes me giggle the most. Like, why are 3 people sitting on this side and you're? What is happening? Papers.
Terror is what's happening.
All right, so it sounds like it's going to be a very involved corporate interview process, possibly with multiple levels, it sounds like.
We can't pay you, but we'll have a pizza party for you.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
There
That's
are no
nice.
raises or
Wow.
bonuses, but there are pizza parties.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah.
That's more than most corporate places in America do anyway.
I mean, at Wasteland, the money's fake, but the pizza is
Pizza's
real.
legit.
So,
Tell you what, Sandy Pizza at 2 a.m. hits like nothing
yeah,
else.
yeah, damn straight. Sandy pizza. Yeah, don't chew all the way on anything you eat there. Just 90% bites.
Unless you want to chip a tooth.
All right. So go with me on this for a second. Let's say Adept becomes a robe warrior, and then somehow she manages to get you guys to change your bylaws so that there could be 4 air raid sirens. Now, I know it's not going to happen. But
My
let's
tribe
say
will
it
not
does.
relinquish me.
What would Adept's signature wake-up call
What would
be?
my wake up call
Yeah.
be? Oh man, I don't know. It's a crapshoot because it honestly
growl.
depends on how I wake up. No, if I was keeping with the adept character, it'd probably just me being really close to your face.
Oh, we have
really
a service
close.
just for you then, because one of our other offerings was helping you stay awake. And so when you're out late and you're thinking about going to bed, like we will keep you alert and stimulated in order to keep that
That's
adrenaline
funny.
high, and you lose that level of sleepiness. So
That's
Oh,
just
man.
interpreter coming around on your
Yeah.
drinking
Usually, yeah.
thing.
So when we formed the Air Raid Sirens, we were like, Trail Boss really wanted a camp with the name Air Raid Sirens, and so we were like, okay. We're like, what are we gonna do? And Amazon always woke us up, like, we'll be a wake up service. And I just looked at them, I was like, I can't join. Like, not that person. And so they're like, late tuck-in. I was like, sold. Got it. That's me.
Down.
Nice.
That's me. I'll do the late nights.
Yeah.
Interpreter, will you please tuck me in this year?
Yeah.
I'll pay you whatever you want. Just please tuck me in.
If I recall,
would do.
Go for it, or Amazon.
I think Adept would do a personal Thunderdome battle as a wake-up
Yes,
call.
that sounds about right.
Just jump in there, just like,
Yeah, she'll give you the
Yes.
she'll give you the long sleep.
Yeah, it's called death.
It's like a pot with just pounding on it. And you're like, here's your alarm.
Except it's a foam bat and it's your face.
That's something Thunderdome should totally do, is like early morning Thunderdome battles, like first thing hungover battles.
God, nobody wants that.
Oh, it
I
would
don't
be
think
glorious.
they want that.
No, they
Yeah.
definitely don't want that.
Yeah.
No, after
know
the
if
tips
medical
we were all
wants
giving them
that.
last year, the bribes to get in the front of the line.
Oh, yeah.
You should see the bribe pile they have. Oh my God.
Something else.
It's just like bottles and bottles of booze from the bribe pile. So good.
Beautiful.
It's worth it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd have a lot of fun waking people up. I think I'd do better waking people up than keeping people awake because I'm a sleepy idiot.
Same.
Like 10 o'clock rolls around, I'm like, night.
Yeah.
Yeah. You and I do the early shift. Trailboss does the mid shift of tuck-ins, and Aaron's the late tuck-in service or very early wake-up call.
I love
Yeah,
it.
or very early because she hasn't gone to sleep yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, my ADHD is like wild out there. I'm like,
Yeah.
magic.
It's so true. It's
Yeah.
so true. Yeah,
Facts.
the FOMO, the ADHD, all of the things, all of the brain things kick in. Plus, we all average a little bit less sleep than we normally get. Mm-hmm. And so you don't remember any of it.
Yeah.
Truly.
There's so many things. Like, I think I did a thing.
Truly.
I remember going here once. I don't remember what day it was. Yeah, it happens.
That's why I need
Or-
paperwork. That is why the answer to everything at Wasteland is paperwork.
I can get behind that.
Where are we going to find the paper? What if it was like Waterworld paper, just like every piece of paper, just like super valuable?
We
Like,
can do that.
I mean, I feel
Our
like all paper out there is valuable.
It's true, because it all blows away.
Yeah.
Just start carving stuff on stone again, y'all.
Yeah.
Just take it back.
I like that. All right, guys, we got to wrap things up. We have been going for a little while, and I love it. So let's talk a
You
little
don't
bit
know
more
what
about
time
this
it is.
patch.
Sorry.
I don't know what time it is. It's
check
well,
my
it's earlier
phone.
there than it is here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. All right. So, guys, on Patreon, if you sign up in the $10 tier or above, you will get this patch. And this is an announcement I need to make. There is now a $20 tier that will get you 2 patches sent to the same address. Because a few people that were couples that were sharing an account were like, hey, can I get 2? And I was like, I will simplify that for you, no problem. But all you got to do is sign up on the Patreon by the end of the month. That's February 29th, because it's a leap year this year, which is so fun. Bonus day. You get a bonus day to sign up. And then the patches
All
will
those
ship
leap
out
year
in early
babies
March.
get a birthday. They get to age this year.
Yeah, there's got to
They
be.
finally
there's
get to
a few-
age.
That's right. I remember in elementary school, my principal came on one time for leap year, and he was like, yeah, there's some people that, they've been on the earth for 10 years, but they're turning 2 this year.
Oh my gosh.
Or
That
2 or 3 or whatever it
sucks.
happened to be. But yeah, kind of wild. Really fun. Or they're celebrating their 2nd birthday. Anyway, whatever. But yeah, happy birthday to all of our leap year babies.
And happy birthday to Interpreter. Whee!
Yeah, happy birthday, Interpreter.
Happy belated birthday to Adept.
Happy
The
birthday,
Aquarius.
Adept. Oh, this is fun.
The other Aquarian in the room.
Yeah. But yeah, sign up on the Patreon. I've got 50 of these. So they are in limited
I have one?
supply. Well, you gotta
Wait.
Well, you gotta sign.
Wait.
You gotta sign up. Yeah, you can have one. Yeah, send me a little
I have
PM and I'll
49
send
of
you.
these.
Yeah, because you guys don't even have
We
this
don't
one,
even
do
have-
you?
Nope.
You
they're
guys
so
don't even
expensive.
have this one.
We
Yeah.
know. I told you.
Created
Actually-
exclusively for the Apocalypse Post.
Actually, now there's 49 of them because
Yeah,
Adept's gonna
it's
go home with
just
that one.
you guys that- it's
Yeah.
just you that has
Yeah.
it.
This is
That's
gonna
pretty
come
cool.
to work.
Yeah, so this is a true exclusive. I promised that some of the patches were going to be exclusives, and that is true. These are exclusive to this giveaway. Anyway, I'm going to stop hawking things because it just starts to get really ridiculous.
I'm just Vanna White
Yeah,
handing.
thank you.
It's fine.
I love that. But yeah, guys, sign up and say hello to the Air Raid Sirens. And if you do get a patch in the mail, make sure to hashtag the Air Raid Sirens and the Apocalypse
please.
Post and show the picture of the patch on your costumes or wherever you end up putting them, because those are super fun. Anyway, Air Raid Sirens, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank
We love
you.
you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I love you guys.
Best neighbors. And actually, you guys are exactly that much in one direction from the Dukes as the Farlanders are in the other direction.
It's a trifecta of win, guys.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we've got a makeshift in the middle.
Yeah,
Got a
it's a
makeshift
makeshift sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my new sitcom coming out this year.
I'm into it.
No more podcasts, just sitcom.
Makeshift in the middle.
I'll take a bite of
It's so
that
fun.
sandwich.
Yeah.
You gotta wash it down with a makeshift cherry challenge.
Oh yeah.
Capri Sun.
Yeah, dark cherry. Yum, yum, yum.
I love the way that sounds. I think you're really onto something with this. Make sure
Yeah. I know,
cherry
right?
challenge.
I'm really into it.
I'm just
Well,
picturing
we're-
like cherries now, and like, can you tie it in a nut? Can you?
I can.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you try a Capri Sun straw with your tongue into a nut?
Oh, I know I can
Challenge
do that.
accepted. I'm gonna try it.
Guaranteed. Yeah.
Are you gonna
All
cut
right.
your mouth
People
out? I feel like you'd cut
choking.
yeah, it's like you'd like cut your mouth hole.
Yeah, there's gonna be men. It's kind of like when you eat Captain Crunch and you just get all
Oh,
those
the roof of your mouth? Yeah.
those micro abrasions.
So
Maybe I
it's a
should just
Sunday.
keep to crafting with those.
I feel like it's a Sunday task. Like when you're leaving the event, and then you can destroy your mouth hole.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Great plan.
Yeah.
Great plan. Proud to be part of that.
All right, guys. Well, thank you, Air Raid Sirens, for coming on today, and thank you so much for sponsoring this month's Patch of the Month. This has been a really fun new thing that we're doing, and people are excited about it. I'm excited about it.
I'm excited
I'm
about
excited
it.
about it.
I'm
It was
excited.
so fun. So much
Thanks for letting
excitement.
us be a part of this.
So excited.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
thank you guys.
Siren
No, thank you.
noises.
All right.
No, thank
And
you.
Adept,
Yeah.
thanks for coming on and co-hosting again.
I'm glad to be back.
My
This feels like home
interstitial-
again.
My interstitial host.
Is that a word? Okay.
It's something.
I'm glad you decided to join us.
Yeah. 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 And thanks for the push interpreter. I know you had something to do with that.
Got a lot to do with it, yeah.
Might be.
All right, guys. Well, thanks as always for tuning in to the Apocalypse Post cast and the Apocalypse Post YouTube channel, wherever you're listening, which brings up the point of you should subscribe wherever you're listening. So if you have a podcast player, subscribe there. If you are on the YouTube, subscribe there. And if you could, leave a thumbs up or a review, especially if you're on Apple Podcasts, leave that review. Other than that, just share it with a friend, like the friends that you have here today. What are you doing over there?
I'm dancing with interpreter. Don't worry about it.
I was just copying her.
Oh my lord, I love it. That's fantastic. All right, guys, if you enjoyed today's episode, please share it with one of your friends. And if you hated it, share it with one of your enemies, along with a trip through a dirty arsehole.
It's the cleanest. It's the cleanest arsehole.
Well, now that you put the floor down, but before, it was a dirty arsehole.
It's Wasteland. Everything's a dirty arsehole.
That floor's sturdy. Strong floor.
I don't know why, but once arsehole gets said, anything that's said next becomes a euphemism for something.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I love it. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in,
Visit
and we'll
Trail
see you next
Boss's
time.
floor.
I'm gonna have to do that sign out again.
No, we're
This
sticking.
is so serious. All the
I know. Yeah.
Amazing.
Are you not entertained?
Are you satisfied with your service?
All right, survivors. Till next time, stay alive.
Ha ha